Thanks for joining us here at Enjoy the View Travel, and welcome to the channel. Let's Cruise Celebrity Ascent Edition. Good morning. I never get tired of waking up to this view. And I always tell you guys at the end of all of my videos, until next time, enjoy the view. This is definitely that time. So we had a porthole balcony, and we got this room because it is more of a true balcony on the Edge class ships instead of the infinite verandas. We really have enjoyed this balcony. I would not hesitate to book this room again. Now, compared to traditional balconies on most ships, it is a smaller balcony. You have to turn your chairs towards each other and not facing the water because there's just not enough room for you to put your legs and everything if you face it the other way. But again, would not hesitate to book this room again.
Good morning. It's a sea day. I don't want to step out any further because it's windy still. We have really been rocking and rolling yesterday and all night into this morning. So I'm having to really get my sea legs this morning. But I just wanted to say good morning from the ocean. We're going to go get dressed and head to breakfast.
It's breakfast time. So breakfast in the dining room again this morning. Again, Cosmopolitan is the main dining room that is open for breakfast. We are closer to the window this morning, so we had a nice little view from our table. And as you can see, our table is loaded up with all the drinks, coffee, water, and juice. Be sure to stay hydrated when you're on your cruise. So a Cosmopolitan breakfast is always good. So I tried something a little different this morning before my main course for breakfast. They have an antipasta platter, and I wanted to try it and see what it was for breakfast. I mean, I've had them for lunch and I've had them for dinner, but never on breakfast. And so I got that to try, and it was very good and some really great options. Some great way to get a little bit of extra protein. Mom had this apple or peach Danish. I couldn't remember which one that it was, but they didn't have these every day. So she grabbed one today, and the pastries, they're always flowing. So they come around with the pastries. Now, I will say sometimes in the morning, they don't always get back to you because they're trying to make it to every table and new tables coming in and whatnot. So they may not make it back to you for a second round of pastries. So if you are wanting to, go ahead and grab them the first time that they come around so that you've got something maybe to have before your breakfast gets there and something when your breakfast arrives. Now, I had my usual, an omelet, and then I had bacon, hash brown, and mushrooms. This is my favorite cruise breakfast to get when it is offered. And then Mom had scrambled eggs this morning with two different types of sausage. I believe one was a turkey or a chicken sausage, and then the other was regular. And then hash browns and mushrooms. So good. I get asked all the time, what do you do on a sea day? Well, first off, there are plenty of things to do all across the ship on sea days. And one of the things is the casino opens in the morning. So Mom tried the press your luck slots, but she didn't play for very long on this one. But it was fun to learn a new slot machine game. Just didn't do so well on this one. But the casino does open early on sea days. So from the casino, we headed to Eden for the Captain's Club meet and greet. Most cruise lines have a loyalty program, and on Celebrity, it is called the Captain's Club. So since we have sailed with Celebrity before, we are members. All members are invited to this welcome meet and greet. So we headed to Eden for that, and we had to wait for a little bit for it to open. Now, if you're higher up in the Captain's Club, then you're allowed to go in early. So we waited. We'll get to Zenith one day, right? Yes, one day. Goals, right? They have all kinds of cool seating in Eden, including the swing chair, which is outside of Eden. And if you look up, there are plants even on the ceiling. Do you see that? It is so cool. Eden is a wonderful place to explore, and I can't wait to show you more. We grabbed ourselves a couple of seats and they started to bring around welcome drinks. Free drinks again. Now remember, we did not get the drink package for this cruise, so we are taking advantage of those free drinks when we can. It never hurts to start your day with some champagne. They also brought around some hors d'oeuvres to snack on, both sweet and savory. So our captain on Celebrity Ascent is Captain Dimitrios Kafetis. Interesting story here, his brother is also the co-captain of Celebrity Ascent, and they switch off every 3 months on a 3-month rotation. I think this is the first time a cruise line has done this, but I think it is pretty cool.
Venus band, everybody, come on! I love that song. Tennessee whiskey. My favorite part of that song is the whiskey. Anyways, good morning, everybody. Hi. Okay, no. Let me hear my big hola. Wonderful friends. Luigi over here, your cruise director. I have one question. I'd love to hear your answer by a thunderous round of applause. How much have you been enjoying the last couple of days aboard the Celebrity Ascent, everybody? Come on. How is our crew treating you so far? Absolutely, thank you very much. Well, it is just the beginning of our cruise, and again, we always say it and we mean it. You are down for a treat, okay? So please continue to enjoy this wonderful voice. But nevertheless, welcome to our Captain's Club celebration. It is indeed a way for us to say thank you very much for your loyalty. Thank you for coming back and back and back to us to celebrate cruises. We're honored, as always, to host you on here. But I am not the main host of these events. That's why it is called the Captain's Club Celebration. Why? Because the main host of these incredible events is no other than the master and commander of Celebrity Ascent. Please may welcome to the stage our Captain Dimitrios Kafetis.
Wait, I need a minute after I looked at Luigi's Ascent. Actually, there's a story behind this set. He bought it in Greece, and the Greek who sold it to him said that this set looks so real that he has to water it twice a day for the flowers to remain fresh. True story. Socks?
So when you and the cruise director have almost matching shirts, it requires a picture. Luigi was a very popular cruise director, and sometimes it was hard to grab a pic with him, so I'm glad that we took the opportunity while we had him. However, we did miss taking pictures with the captain. I'm not sure how we missed that, but he snuck out before we could get a picture. Now, sometimes you're going to see a ship passing you while you're out in the middle of the ocean. Not all the time, but sometimes. And this is the Emerald Princess. Now, she really wasn't this close to us. I did zoom in for the better picture of the ship. But I mean, still fairly close, and I did pop a picture up in the corner to show you actually how close she was to us. But this was the Emerald Princess, and it's not always going to be a cruise ship that passes you. Sometimes it is a cargo ship. Welcome to the Grand Plaza, also where you will find the Martini Bar on Deck 3. So the Grand Plaza covers 3 decks on the Ascent and any of the Edge Class Series ships. So Decks 3, 4, and 5, in the middle of the ship is the Grand Plaza area. So I wanted to grab a pic when there wasn't a lot of people around, and since they had not started any activities down on deck 3 or opened the bar yet, this was the perfect time so I could catch it without a lot of people. Now, there's all kinds of places to sit on decks 3, 4, and 5, and there are actually places elevated to sit between decks 3 and 4. It's very cool, extremely well laid out, lots of places to sit, lots of areas to stand up top around so that you can get pictures, so that you can get videos. On deck 4, you're going to find Cafe Al Baccio for all your coffee and pastry needs. They have the best chocolate chip cookies there at Cafe Al Baccio. Go try them. I guarantee you'll enjoy them. They do have some gluten-free options for those of you who are gluten-free. And you're also going to find daily activities here in the Grand Plaza, like trivia. And then at night, when the martini bar is hopping, they do performances like I showed you on the very first night and give you a little sneak at that. So lots of things to do, lots of great options. Make sure you do not miss out on things that are happening in the Grand Plaza. So a little hidden gem that I don't want you to miss out on is eating at the Eden Cafe. A lot of people miss out and they never eat at the Eden Cafe. So they are only open for breakfast and lunch on C days, but wow, they are so good. And it's a healthier and lighter option for lunch or breakfast. So most of the items on the menu are included with your cruise fare, but they do have some upcharge items, so you do need to pay attention to the menu. So for example, I have put a copy of the menu. It's a digital menu that's up above the counter where you order. So for example, the premium sandwiches that you see on there, they are an upcharge and they do have a price that is listed beside them. However, at the bottom of the menu, the signature offering, the daily carving, and the daily soups listed are all included. So keep that in mind. There's a drink station in the cafe. There is also a bar outside in the Eden area. If you would rather have something from the bar. It is busy when they first open. So after the initial rush, it usually slows down for a bit, but there's usually a line for when they open. So we decided to start off a little on the lighter side, and we started off with the salad, and they have this fabulous Southwestern beef salad. There's, I think, 3 or 4 different salads that they have in the case. They're already pre-made. So if there's something on the salad that you don't want, you'll have to pick that off, which was not a problem because I did that with my tomatoes, I believe. But it's called the Southwestern beef salad. It was really good. So once you pick your salad, then they have like extra salad toppings if you want to add those to your salad, and then a choice of dressings. And then at the other end of the salads was the desserts. Now, I did not get a picture of those, but maybe later in the cruise series, we will be back and I will get a picture then. We did order our main course after our salads, and we got the signature carved sandwich of the day and potato salad. That is what I had. And Mom had the panini and potato salad. So they did have some other side options. I do remember that potato chips were an option. I think fruit was an option. And I'm wanting to say they had something else. I can't remember off the top of my head. So, now, there is seating out in the Eden area if you want to sit inside and eat, but they also have a deck area outside where you can sit and eat, and so we chose to eat with an amazing view. Just a little proof that I was working on this trip. I always tell my students we work before we play, and that applies to me too. All right, I did some work in the room. Mom took a little snoozer on the balcony, and now we're wobbling and wobbling down the hallway, and we're going to play bingo. So I'm going to show you the signs. I love that they point and tell you which way is out and which way is forward, so that when you're looking for something, you can find it with ease, because you get turned around on the ship sometimes. So we're up in the club. We're on the second level. There were no seats down on the first level. The window. They're getting all set up over here. Find the window. Well, it's our first formal night for dinner. Typically, there are 2 on a 7-night sailing. So this was our first one, and we were able to get a table at the window tonight. It does help if you get there early. And I will say that there is still a line sometimes even for early. So tonight we are dining at Cosmopolitan, and this is considered the modern American dining room. All right, so I have put our menu in the middle for each course. And so we're starting off with our starters or appetizers. And we went with a tomato watermelon salad and then also a Caesar salad. So you can see there were a couple of other options that we could have picked from. And this is what we chose to start our meal off with. Both were very good, by the way. Mom got the watermelon and tomato salad, and she had been seeing this on different videos and stuff and had commented that she wanted to try it. So she was excited that it was on the menu, and she tried it, and she said it was very good. In fact, she is now making that at home. Well, somehow, I did not take any pictures of our main entrees tonight, but here are the menus that show the entrees, the regular entrees, and then also the Cosmopolitan exclusive entrees. So we got broiled salmon and grilled lamb T-bone. So I've put the arrows on there showing them on the menu where they're at. So you can take a look at that. So as you can see on the menu, there really is several beef and fish options along with chicken, lamb, pasta, and some vegetarian options are also available. So, I mean, there really is a little bit of everything for everybody. Okay, wrapping up our meal with some really good desserts. We had chocolate cake and carrot cake. Both were really good. And we're also going to go ahead and wrap up this sea day here with dinner. We are headed out to the casino tonight. We opted not to see the shows that we're playing tonight. That is the really good thing about a cruise, is that you have a variety of things going on in the evening. Whether you want to go play in the casino, whether you want to go see the evening shows, whether you want to go hang out at the sports bar, go hang out at the martini bar in the Grand Plaza. There's all kinds of things that you can do. So we hope you enjoyed our relaxing, fun sea day, and we hope to see you tomorrow in Grand Cayman. Thank you for watching Let's Cruise Celebrity Ascent Edition. Be sure to visit us at enjoytheviewtravel.com and click the like, share, notification bell, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next episode.